books that I read in January video. I did just film my last video, so sorry that it looks the exact same. Anyway, this month was like a good month for books for me, as someone who, like, last year didn't finish a single book. It was a good month. I wanted to start doing these so that I would read more, because I like reading, I just don't like the thought of reading. Like, if there's a book on the side, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to read that right now, like, I'll wait for a different time, and then that different time will never come. But I've been reading, so that's good. I was gonna do one of these every month, and I was also gonna do one about films, because I feel like that's more enjoyable for me and for you, because there'll be more films that I've watched. And I was just gonna do a general favourites of the month for like anything. Like, it could be like, I guess it could be like TV or like YouTubers, but it also could be like skincare or like food, stuff like that. Like, because why not? Why not? I'm also having some problems with my microphone, so if there's anything weird about it, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's begin. So, this was the first book that I finished. I think I've showed this in a video last year that I was reading. I was reading this last year. This is Tokyo Express by Seicho Matsumoto, I believe. And it's a murder mystery, I guess. On the front it says, an irresistible Hitchcockian gem, a classic of post-war Japanese crime fiction. And I would say those two things like are the best way to describe the book without telling you the plot at all. It basically, there's a deaths, and it just follows the main protagonist as he tries to solve the case. But it's interesting because it's called the Tokyo Express, and it like follows a lot of the train lines and the express lines and like any sort of transportation link in Japan. I think at the back it said, yeah, there's a little like note at the bottom, and it says, note, all train and plane times mentioned in this work are taken from the timetables of 1957, the year in which the incident took place. So like the author like used the actual train times to like plot this murder, really. I can read the blurb as well. In a rocky cove, the bodies of a young and beautiful couple are discovered. The flesh in their cheeks suggests cyanide, a lover's suicide. But for shabby local detective Toragai Chitaro and Kichi Mahara, a young gun from Tokyo, something is not quite right. Together they begin to pick out the knot of a meticulously calculated crime involving corruption, scandal, and a fatal train journey. Yeah, it also talks a lot about, not a lot, it mentions like the work ethic in Japan and like how businesses are kind of like, how some businesses are kind of like corrupt, and I thought it was really interesting. It's also very short. I don't know when I started reading this, but I did not read it often enough. Like, I probably read it like at most once a week, and I wouldn't have read that many pages. I think I finished this at the 6th of January, because I just thought I need to finish this because I was enjoying it. I just couldn't pick it up, but that's not the fault of the book, that was just the fault of my brain. So in the end I gave it 3.5 stars, but if I was to reread it, I would not wait in between reading, as like I would have just finished it within like 2 weeks rather than, okay, I know some people would be able to read this in like 3 hours, but for me, realistically, like I could have finished it in a much shorter period of time and enjoyed it more. So that's why I gave it 3.5, because it was my fault. In terms of the author, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. was The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. I bought this book a couple of years ago. When did it come out? 2021, 2020. I bought this a couple of years ago and I started to read it, and the same thing happened. I left it too long in between each period of me reading it and picking it up and reading it. So I didn't understand what was going on because I couldn't remember the last time that I read the book. So I stopped and started again this year. And I actually really liked it. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of hate towards this book, or like I saw recently Jack Edwards, the book YouTuber, made a book video about the books that he won't be reading, and this was one of them because he said that he knows so many people who have read it but he's not heard anything good, like just no one seems to review it kind of thing. And okay, it's not like, I don't know, like it's not gonna win a million prizes for the way it's written, but it's really like light-hearted, funny, like it's funny, like not many books that I read are funny, or I don't like laugh at the books that I'm reading, but this, you can tell it's written by Richard Osman, like it takes his humour into account, and I think that's really good. It takes place in an old people's home, and it follows 4 characters, but it follows mainly the diary of one of the people in the home. I guess like it's an old person's village. That might be the best way to describe it. In a retirement village. That's probably better. And it just follows a series of murders that they solve. And I would recommend this book. Like, I'm not saying you have to read the whole series because I think there's like 3 or 4 books. I've only read this one so far, and I would be happy to just stop reading it here. Like, I just recommend you read it because it's a very like easy read. It's quite fast paced. I really enjoyed it. I have got the second book, but I've got like the hardback version, and I don't think I could read a hardback book. Like, it's massive, and like I just like to be able to like bend the book. Anyway, I love this book. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, which it's my personal opinion. Anyway, then they're the books I've actually finished reading. They're the books I finished reading, and then I'm currently reading Our Wives Under the Sea. This is by Julia Armfield. I bought this recently, and it's about a couple. I'll read the blurb. When Leah finally returns after a deep-sea mission that ended in catastrophe, her wife Mary knows that something is wrong. Whatever happened in that vessel stranded on the ocean floor, Leah has carried a part of it with her, onto dry land and into their home. As Mary searches for answers to her wife's altered state, she must face the possibility that the woman she loves is slipping from her grasp. I can barely read. This is like a kind of like unsettling. I've only read this much, but like it says, okay, one of the reviews is, beware, this unsettling saltwater soaked story seeps deeper than you think. It's like very strange, but in a good way. Like, I think it's easy to like read, but some of her like analogies and the way she compares things to other things, like, is really good and really well written. So I think I really like this book. I'm not going to rate it yet because I've not really read that much of it. I think I've only read like 60 pages. But I would recommend so far. Then the next 2 books are poetry books that I haven't finished reading them because I'm not going to sit and read like 300 poems in one go. But I just thought I'd mention them because they're books that I have read at some point this month. The first one is Starling. And it's like one of those like Pinterest, like not a lot of words on the page. Like some of them, I find this with like poetry, that's like, some of them are a little bit cringy, but I think they're all like very beautiful. Like I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. Like, you will never find yourself if you keep pointing the light in the wrong direction. And I think some of them, like, they're mainly about like relationships. But I think they're cute. I know I am a sucker for Pinterest poetry. Then the second one is Permission to Love by Karlee Rose North. I think they have another book called Permission to Heal. Oh, Permission to Feel, not Permission to Heal. Close enough. And this is like almost like journal entries, and I think some of the poetry, oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Some of the poems in here are like, this is from my journal, and they've got like little, there's like little diagrams and stuff. Okay, diagrams is the wrong word, little pictures. The freckles on your skin remind me that the universe took its time crafting you, and I'm so honoured to appreciate such a masterpiece. Like, it's cute, but it's like, nah, it's cringy, but it's so cute. Like, so I'll just like sit and read like some of these, because why not? I think I got these both on Amazon, but I think I found them both on TikTok. Like, you know those TikTok videos where it like shows like send this to someone you love, and then like the next slide is like a poem. I found them from there. So they were the books that I read in January. Some people might say that that was an unsuccessful month, but it's probably going to be better than some other months. I have got, when I bought this book, I bought two other books as well, but I won't tell you what they are because I'll probably talk about them in the coming months. But one of them is